Next on Street Smarts, who can ID celestial bodies?
What was the English astronomer Edmund Halley famous for predicting?
The names of stars.
Predicting the future.
What's your favorite star name?
Star Search.
Comet. Halley's Comet.
Very good.
I'm very smart, isn't that?
Who can tell strikes from strikeouts?
What event caused the cancellation of the 1994 World Series?
O.J. Simpson trial.
Street Smarts. Think you've got them? Find out now.
Hello, I'm Frank Nicotero. Welcome to Street Smarts. As you may know, I've taken the road most traveled, going from town to town, city to city, seeking ordinary people and testing their street smarts by asking basic questions about the world around them. It will be up to our players to determine who's got it going on and who's a few trees short of a forest. And speaking of players, let's meet him. Hello, Brian. Hey, Frank. And the lovely Brandi. There's Brandi. You're a fine girl. Now remember, there is no middle ground on Street Smarts. The winner goes home richer, and the loser just goes home. Now let's meet the three people they'll be making snap judgments about. First up, Robert does his best Michael Jackson. Robert, where are you from?
I'm from New York, Harlem. That's where I represent.
Growing up, who were some of your idols?
Have to say Michael Jackson, but not all that, turning black to white thing, because,
If you could marry one celebrity, who would it be?
There's only one girl for me. She's not a celebrity. You know your name, baby.
Oh, yeah, that way you can get off the handle, because
That's right.
there's like 5 girls at home going, oh, you're talking about me?
You know your name, baby. You up there, uptown, BX.
Okay, Robert. And in Vegas, Holly told me how she made an easy $100. Holly, where are you from? What do you do?
I'm from Orlando, and I'm a server.
You're a server.
Yes.
What's the biggest tip you ever got?
$100.
For what?
Seating somebody quick.
Ooh, that was worth it then, huh?
Yes.
Holly, can I see your chicken dance, please? Holly, what's your dream job?
Model.
Like a bikini model, a runway model?
Yes.
Do you want to try giving a walk down the runway? I can see if you have potential.
No.
Well, you have the attitude for a model. She does. Finally, Kamikaze pedaled over with a memorable message for Roseanne Barr. Kamikaze, you are a legend here in New York. You're a bike messenger?
Yes, I'm a bike messenger out here in New York City.
20 years you've been a bike messenger.
Yeah, 20 years.
Kamikaze, you're obsessed with Roseanne Barr.
Oh, yeah.
You love-
Roseanne, let me tell you something. With that show and when you put on that beautiful tattoo and you lost some weight, I was like in a crazy trip trying to ride after you.
Maybe she sees this show and sees you.
Oh, maybe.
Okay. Hey guys, it's time to play a little game we like to call Who Knew It? We ask the same question to all 3 people in the field, and your challenge is to guess who answered the question right. You will lock in your choice, and a correct guess will earn you $100. All right, everyone looks ready, so let's get started. Here's the first question I asked to Robert, Holly, and Kamikaze. I showed all 3 this photo and asked them, who is this? Who is this? So guys, flip up your paddles and tell me who knew it. Do you think it was Robert, Holly, or Kamikaze who's obsessed with Roseanne? So take that for what you will. Okay, you guys both locked in. You both think Robert. You think he's the one who's going to know this. All right, before I find out why you guys want to see Robert's clip, just for fun, let's see what Holly had to say on this one. Holly, who is this?
That is Queen Victoria.
Queen Victoria from where? What country?
London.
It's Judge Judy.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I've seen that show.
Okay, now you guys think Robert's going to know this. Brandi, why do you think Robert?
Well, Robert looks like he's probably been to court a few times, so he might recognize alone.
All right, let's take a look, see if he knows him. Robert, who is this?
Michael Jackson.
I'll turn it. Oh,
That's Judge Judy.
you like Judge Judy?
No, she could put my uncle in jail.
No, she did not.
Yes, she did.
All right, you both had Robert. Way to go. That's a right answer. $100 for each of you. He knew Judge Judy. Way to go. Okay, guys, here's the next question. In slang, what does it mean if someone has diarrhea of the mouth? So who knew it? What do you think? Robert, Holly, or my man Kamikaze? What do you guys think? Go ahead. Oh, my God. Jeez. Okay. Let me know who knew that one. Okay, you guys are locked in. We have a Holly. We have a Kamikaze. Now, Brandi, you're going with Kamikaze this time.
Well, I think somebody probably told him that once or twice there, Frank, so he probably is
All right,
familiar
good
with
strategy.
it.
Let's see, Brandi. In slang, what does it mean when someone has diarrhea of the mouth?
Oh, that's motor mouth. Too much talking.
Anyone ever tell you have that?
Yeah, especially when we start talking crazy and doing all our little sayings.
That's a right answer, Brandi. Kamikaze got
I thought Holly knew
All
it.
right, let's find out. See what she does. In slang, what does it mean if someone has diarrhea of the mouth?
Oh, that's a dirty language.
What do you mean dirty? So they...
That's my mouth.
Your mouth?
Yeah.
Because diarrhea of the mouth means you have what?
Dirty language.
Dirty language.
This.
Triple bleep. Nice. I'm sorry, Brian. She didn't know. Very funny, but she did not know the answer to that one. Brandi got it. Okay. Such a sweet little girl, wasn't she? Okay, here's the last question of the round, guys. I asked all three. What was English astronomer Edmund Halley famous for predicting? So, who knew it? What do you think? Do you think it was Robert, Holly, or Kamikaze knew what Edmund Halley was famous for predicting? Okay, and you guys are locked in. We have a Kamikaze and we got a Holly. Now, Brian, you're going with Kamikaze, huh?
I'm going with Kamikaze. He looks like he's been around long enough since he predicted Halley's comet.
Okay, very good. Let's see if that's the right answer. What was English astronomer Edmund Halley famous for predicting?
Predicting the future.
You could predict the future?
Yeah.
Can you predict the future at all?
No.
That's a wrong answer, Brian. I'm sorry, he did not know that. Now, Brandi, you think Holly's going to come through?
I think Holly might know this one.
All right, if you get this, you win a perfect 3 for 3 in the first round. Let's find out. What was English astronomer Edmund Halley famous for predicting?
Stars. The names of stars.
The names of stars. What's your favorite star name?
Star Search.
I'm sorry, Brandi, that is not a correct answer.
Yeah,
Holly didn't know that. The correct
that's
answer,
all right.
Robert had it. Watch this. What was the English astronomer Edmund Halley famous for predicting?
Comet. Halley's Comet.
Very good.
That's very smart, isn't that?
It comes around.
Smart.
How often does that come around?
Smart.
There you go. Robert had it. Halley's Comet. All right, guys, let's recap the scores after round one. Brian, you got $100. Not bad. Brandi's got $200. Brandi, nice job. All right, we just saw who knew it up there. We're going to find out who blew it up there next. Come on back. On the street, how would you perform the raise the roof gesture?
I did.
Actually, it's more like this.
Well.
Raise it up.
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out?
Clinton.
Welcome back to Street Smarts. Let's meet our players. Now, Brian, as a flight attendant, your job doesn't stop once the plane's landed, right? You're still helping people.
It actually doesn't, Frank. I was walking through the airport one time, and an older man was walking in front of me. He let out a big sneeze. His toupee flew right off of his head onto the floor. He was unaware of it. I tapped him on the shoulder, said, "Sir, you lost your hair." He picked it up, went on his way.
Very nice. Very helpful, Brian. Very nice. All right, now, Brandi, let's hear it, Brandi. You had trouble recognizing a celebrity once, huh?
Yes, Frank, sweetheart, I did. I was giving tours at a movie studio, and it's my job to recognize celebrities when they come up to the tram.
Right.
So I said, "Everybody, look, it's Mel Gibson. Take a picture."
Right.
And they take a picture, and he looked up, and it wasn't Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson?
Not even close.
Who
I
was it?
so
Like
embarrassed.
Rudy
I
the
have
janitor
no
or
idea.
something? Wasn't it?
But he looked really confused.
But, you know, people probably believed it because, you know, they figure, oh, you know everything.
No, he looked nothing like
Oh, he looked nothing like it. Okay. All right, well, thanks for being here, both you guys. You guys are doing great. We got a good game here. Take a deep breath because we're sailing into our next round. Who blew it? This time we're asked the same question, only two of our sidewalks a month. One answered right, one answered wrong. Now, each time Brandi or Brian correctly identifies who blew the question, they get $200. Yeah. And you guys can earn an extra $200 by using the dunce cap. Here's how. When you hear a question you think will perplex your opponent, pop the buzzer on your chair and dunce them. If they cannot answer the question, you get $200. Now remember, there's only one dunce in the round, so use it wisely. Got a good game here, Brandi. You're up $200 to $100 over Brian. Woo! And here's the first question I asked to both Robert and to Holly. I asked them both, what American city is known as the city by the bay? Oh my God, Brian, you've been done. Brandi, throw the cap up on Brian. $200 on the line here, Brian. If you don't get this right, Brandi will get the money, but if you answer correctly, the money stays with you, and you're going to put the cap on Brandi. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Here we go. What American city is known as the city by the bay?
San Francisco.
Correct answer, Brian. Way to go, Brandi. What are you thinking there? You have to wear the cap now. $200 to Brian takes him up to $300. All right, guys, flip up your paddles now and tell me who blew it. Was it Robert or Holly? Did not know the answer to that one. Okay. Brandi, what were you thinking? Brian knew that one. He was a flight attendant. Come on. Okay.
That's right. That's all right.
Okay, you guys both locked in. You think Robert. Brian, you think Robert has no idea?
I don't think he has any idea because he's on the East Coast.
Okay, well, good point. Let's find out. See if he blows it for both of you. What city is known as the city by the bay?
Has to be San Francisco, silly.
It is. I'm sorry, you guys. You got it right. You both thought he'd blow it. He didn't. It looks like Holly's the one who blew it. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, guys, here's a question I asked to Holly and Kamikaze. What is Idaho most famous for producing? So who blew it? Do you think it was Holly or Kamikaze? You didn't know that one. Okay, Brian's in a slight lead here after blocking that dunce. Okay, you're both locked in. You both think Kamikaze blew this. Brandi, you don't think he knows?
I think he blew it because I don't even think he knows where Idaho is.
Okay, let's find out.
Out of there.
What is Idaho most famous for producing?
Potatoes.
Do you like potatoes?
Yes, especially when you smash them.
You like mashed potatoes?
No, smashed potatoes.
Never heard of smashed potatoes.
Smash them, you know?
Oh, it's mashed. Same thing.
Smash, smash, smash.
Hey, I'm sorry, you got it right. You both had Kamikaze. He came through. He knew the answer. It looks like Holly blew it. Let's check it out. What is Idaho most famous for producing?
Cows.
They produce cows in Idaho?
They produce cows.
That's the wrong answer. It is potatoes. All right, Idaho potatoes. Everyone knows that. Okay, here's the last question of the round, guys. We got a tight game here. Brian, you're up by $100. This one went to Robert and to Holly. I asked both of them, according to their ad, what do Ruffles have? So who blew that one? What do you think, Robert or Holly? Didn't know that one, guys. All right, and okay, you guys are both locked in. You both think Robert's the one who blew this. Brian, you don't think he knows, huh?
No, I don't think he would know what Ruffles has. He doesn't look like he eats much fast food.
All right, let's see if we can get you both $200. According to their ad, what do Ruffles have?
Potato chips.
Ruffles have potato chips?
Yes, they do. Ruffles.
They also have ridges.
Ridges. Whoa. Hey, guy, are you
No, I'm saying
lady yet?
I'm not talking about ribbed. I said ridges.
Oh, I know. I'm saying I don't mess with ridges. You know, all my girls got the physique.
Robert, you both had Robert. He blew it. Way to go, guys. $200 for each of you. He didn't know. The correct answer, Ruffles have ridges. Ridges. Okay, that was the last question of the round. Let's recap the scores here. Brandi, you got $400. Nice job. But Brian's got $500. That's City by the Bay Duns put it in the lead. Now we're going to find out who our players picked a pony up with when we return. All right. Dennis, pronounce this and use it in a sentence.
Dom Perignon.
What is, okay, use that in a sentence.
Yep, me and my buddy are gonna drive and get some beers at Dom Perignon.
Come on, people. Welcome back. It's a horse of a different color as we head for our next round. Pick your pony. This time, Brian and Brandi will each choose one of the 3 fillies for the entire round and try to guess how they'll answer 3 questions. A correct prediction is worth $300. Yeah, and we're going to leave the dunce cap in this round. Can only be used once, and it's worth another 300 smackaroos. Now, the player who is trailing chooses first. Brandi, that's you. So who would you like to saddle?
Well, Frank, I got to choose my brother, Robert.
You going with Robert from New York?
We have a connection.
Good, yeah, all right. How about you, Brian?
Frank, I'm gonna go with Holly.
You're going to go with Holly.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Okay, Brandi, first question to Robert out in the East Coast there. What are you doing if you're mulching? What are you doing if you're mulching? Oh, Brian, you've been done. Brandi, throw the cap up there. All right, Brian, $300 on the line. What are you doing if you're mulching?
You are raking up leaves.
Raking up leaves? That's the wrong answer, Brian, I'm sorry. Brandi gets the money, $300 to you, Brandi, nice job. All right, now, Brandi, the task at hand for you is, did Robert know this, right or wrong?
I think Robert got it wrong.
Got it wrong?
Like Brian did.
Okay, oh, let's check it out. What are you doing if you're mulching?
Mulching? You're sitting at home on the couch.
That's mulching?
Yeah, letting the mole grow on your arm or something.
Just chilling?
Just chilling.
What's your favorite? Yeah,
Hey.
I'm down.
Yeah, you're down. Hey.
I'm not fronting.
Hey, olele, home. Oh, you know that. Hoo-dee-hoo. Do it again. Hoo-dee-hoo. No. Hoo-dee-hoo.
Hoo-dee-hoo.
No.
Is this making fun of Whitey by any chance?
No.
You got it wrong. Way to go, Brandi. Another $300 for you. Good question for you. Takes up 1,000. Oh, Brian's shoving you. All right, Brian, we're going to get you some money back here. The correct answer, I'm sorry, was spreading organic matter like leaves over a plant was mulching. So, yeah, Brian, okay. All right, Brian, you can get some money here. We can get you $300 here if you can predict this one correct. I asked Holly, what Republican did Bill Clinton defeat in his last election? Do you think Holly knew this? What do you think, buddy? You think she got it?
I think she got it right.
Think she got this one right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can take you up to $800. Crowd doesn't think. What Republican did Bill Clinton defeat in his last election?
George Bush.
George Bush. There you go, beat him.
Yes.
It's a wrong answer. I'm sorry, Brian, that is not the correct answer. The correct answer is, who's the correct answer? Who did he beat? Bob Dole. There you go. All right, Brandi, here's the next question to Robert. I asked Robert, what event caused the cancellation of the 1994 World Series? So what do you think? You think Robert got that right or wrong?
I think he got it right.
You think he got it right?
Some sports.
Thinks he knows some sports?
I
All
think
right,
he
let's see
got
if
it.
we can increase your lead here.
Come on,
You're on
Robert.
fire. What event caused the cancellation of the 1994 World Series?
O.J. Simpson trial.
That stopped the World Series?
Yeah.
That's a wrong answer, Brandi. I'm sorry, he did not know the answer to that. The answer is strike by the players in 1994. There was no World Series, sadly, for the first time since 1904. Okay, I'm a total baseball geek. All right, Brian, here's the next question to Holly. I asked Holly, whose face is on the brand new U.S. quarter? Think she got that right or wrong, Brian? You can pull within a couple $100 here if you get this.
I think she got it wrong.
Think she got this one wrong?
Yeah,
all right, let's check it out.
That right.
Whose face is on the brand new U.S. quarter?
Pamela Anderson.
No, it's not.
On the U.S. quarter?
Yeah.
Oh, George Washington.
It's not Pamela Anderson. That's a right answer. I'm sorry, she got that right. It is George Washington. She was joking around with Pam Anderson. I'm sorry. So she got it right, Brian. Okay. We got one more question for you in the round, Brandi, and there'll be one more for you in a second, Brian. I asked Robert, finish the saying. No ifs and or. What do you think? Think you can do it, Brandi?
I think Robert's gonna get this one right.
You think he's gonna get this
Come
one
on,
right?
Robert.
All right, if you get this, it'll take you up to $1,300. You'll have a nice lead. Let's find out. Robert, finish the saying. No ifs and or buts. That's the correct answer, Brandi. You're up to $1,300. All right, Brian. Here's the last question of the round. This goes to you. You're trailing by $800. So if you get this, you'll cut the lead to $500. You need this one. I asked Holly, how much does an amateur normally get paid?
She got that wrong.
She got this wrong?
She got that
All
wrong.
right, you need this $300. Let's see if we can get it for you. How much does an amateur normally get paid?
Are we talking about stripping?
You tell me.
I would say $100.
$100?
Yeah.
That's a wrong answer. Way to go, Brian. $300 for you. Takes up $800. The correct answer, an amateur gets paid nothing. You're an amateur. You don't get any money. Okay, let's recap the scores here at the round 3. Brian, you got $800. But Brandi's got $1,300. Looking good. Now, when we return, Brandi and Brian will be making a final prediction on a question I asked to Robert, Holly, and Kamikaze. Don't forget about him. I asked them on TV, what kind of dog was Lassie? So stay tuned because one of our players will be dog meat in our final round.
The wager.
Find out who when we return. Come back. Welcome back. Brian and Brandi, here's what's kicking. During the break, each of you secretly chose one of our 3 people out on the street, made a prediction as to whether they were right or wrong, and wagered an amount of money not to exceed the total you now have. A couple good totals here, Brian. You got $800. Now, if you should win some money today, what are you gonna do with it?
Not work for a while.
Not work for a while. Take some time off. Very nice. All right, now Brandi, you got $1,300. You're in the lead. What would you do if you won some money today?
Well, Brandi's riding home on the bus, so I'll have to put the down payment on a car. Unless you want to give me a ride home, Frank.
Sure. Okay. All right,
sure.
All right.
Meet
We'll
you
talk. All right. Now remember, only the winner cashes in, which means everything rides on this final question, guys. And here's a question I asked to Robert, Holly, and Kamikaze. On TV, what kind of dog was Lassie? All right, Brian, you got $800. Whose clip do you want to see?
I want to see.
You're gonna go with Robert. All right. Brandi, how about you? You're in the lead.
Great minds think alike.
You're gonna go with Robert also. All right. Well, nobody picked Holly or Kamikaze, so we're gonna say adios to them. All right, guys. Last clip of the show. We're gonna see who walks away with some money. Hopefully. Let's check out Robert. On TV, what kind of dog was Lassie?
German Shepherd?
It was a German Shepherd.
Yes.
That's a wrong answer. What was Lassie? Lassie was a collie. Was a collie. All right. So Robert got that wrong. Brian, you went with Robert. He got it wrong. What did you say he would do? You said he would get it right. Oh, Brian, how much is that going to cost you if you're $800? That's all right. 800 takes you down to 0. All right. Brandi, you are in the driver's seat right now. You had the lead. You went with Robert. He got the answer wrong. What did you say? Uh-oh, you said he got it wrong. You got $1,300.
Very nice.
She's leaving with $2,300. Brandi, congratulations. We'll get you a car there with that money. Nice job. Brian, thanks for playing along. We'll see you next time. Look for Timmy. He's in the well. Lassie, save him. Bye-bye. On TV, what kind of dog was Lassie?
He was a German Shepherd.
The German Shepherd? On TV, what kind of dog was Lassie?
A collie.